Lego Batman is a great game. I don't need to tell you this. You more than likely get it. But for those who don't, this is one of the most satisfying Lego games of all time. The combat is really fun and punchy compared to most other Lego games, and it's something I've always liked about the game. I'm unsure if this is a feature was kept in the sequels since they play like any other Lego game, but in the first Lego Batman, the combat is really satisfying. The combat wouldn't exist without the enemies. This is obvious to some, but when I discovered this fact, I felt like Jimmy Neutron going through a brain blast. Like most minifigures in the early LEGO games, most of the henchmen and goon minifigures from the first LEGO game just straight up don't exist. For the most part, we've only gotten a small sliver of the ones made, but the ones that do exist are even more novel since they are real. LEGO straight up has not made a Ki-Adi-Mundi minifigure with his long head, and I am absolutely lost as to why. This is 100 times better than the real Ki-Adi-Mundi minifigure because while it looks less accurate, it has infinitely more LEGO charm compared to this one. Again, this one is more accurate with the better face print, but that's not really important when it comes to some minifigures. Some minifigs should be more LEGO stylized because it's a simple change to a classic shape, but instantly identifiable as to who it's trying to be. This man has a long head. If you take the LEGO head and make it long and give her the rest of the Jedi body parts, I'm a billion% positive that Star Wars fans who know him aren't gonna go, I don't know who this character is. If only there was more details on his head to clue me in on who this is. Man, I sure love being a dumbass. I bring this up because most of the goons and henchmen from these games are just not real, and that sucks a lot. Riddler has some cool henchman designs. Heck, there's even a Lex Luthor Lexbot in the second game that I would love to see made into a real figure, even though the likelihood of it existing now is slim to none. I don't know, maybe LEGO could drop in on us 13 years later, but I'm not holding my breath. Here's pretty much every single goon from these games that don't actually exist. While for some of them, it is incredibly possible to make them yourself, others have really unique pieces that would be challenging to make. To be fair, custom prints always exist, so technically, they all exist. Even this Ki-Adi-Mundi exists. Rejoice! Also, throughout this video, I'm referring to all of them as goons, despite the fact that they're technically called henchmen. I'm doing this because A, goon is such a better word and I've used it all my life, and B, it's funnier to me. We are all probably aware of the gooning meme, and if you are not, please don't ruin your day by looking it up on Urban Dictionary. I'm gonna save you a painful read, and it's basically new slang for joking the chicken, or the proper medical term, masturbation. YouTube, please don't strike this video with the demonetization hammer for saying that word. That definition is so vivid and weird that people actually do quote-unquote goon for hours. Freaking how? That's my question. So let's rank them, because frankly the ones that we did get vary in quality to a massive extent. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment on which minifigures is your favorite. I tell you mine now, but then the point of this video would be completely lost if I did. Also, this list is going to group some up. You will understand why when you see them. Yeah, the difference between these three is a torso print, and they are separate, while others have different hair pieces, legs, and face prints, while being grouped up. It's like how sometimes morality really just comes down to how you feel. There's no underlying logic sometimes, and you just have to go with your gut. Alright, enough jib jab, let's get into the list. Coming in last place is the original Joker goon. What makes me put this in last place is the fact that the Joker has the most goons out of all the Batman villains, and this one is just plain and boring. This design is used over and over with different characters, essentially making them color swaps of each other. While I do find a unique charm in this design, you will see that not all of them are ranked low on the list. This one ends up being on the bottom for incredibly plain, while there are 3 others that are more detailed. Literally anything would have made this better. Even if his hat or pants was green. It'd be something at least. Overall, this is a ridiculously simple design that gets overshadowed by other figures entirely. If you take details from those figures and put it on this figure, you actually have something decent. But alas, he looks boring and plain. Coming in 7th place is the Mr. Freeze goon. First things first, this is not Mr. Freeze's goon. This is Penguin's goon from LEGO Batman 1. To be fair, this set came out before LEGO Batman 1, so technically the game got it wrong. Plus, this has Mr. Freeze color scheme instead of the penguins, so it's more likely the video game got it wrong. However, what puts this one so low on the list, to put it simply, the LEGO Batman games gave Mr. Freeze a better minion that actually fits the theme of his character, rather than just a plain criminal with a blue shirt. I'm starting to think that it's hard to convince you I like this design, but you will see what I mean later. It's literally slightly better than the previous goon because there's no other Mr. Freeze goon LEGO made to compare it to. So if you want Mr. Freeze to have goons, this is it. Enjoy. Overall, it's alright. Not much to say about it. You could give him a green shirt and boom! Poison Ivy goon. Not that kind of goon. Sick bastard.
Damn, what a gullible breed.
You fellas need to exercise a lot more caution before discharging your I'll tell you that right now. Especially you.
Coming in 6th place is the Joker Construction Goon. This is a pretty cool looking goon that has amazing pieces. For one, it actually looks like a Joker goon specifically, which is really nice compared to this one. Other than that, this one is just as boring and not worth getting as the rest. Arguably less so than these classic novelties. While in the context of the set he came in, it makes sense that he's wearing construction equipment. Outside of that, he looks goofy and the outfit he wears makes no sense and would be really hard to use in mocks in general. What puts this above the others? For me, it's the unique face print, since you can literally take any criminal minifig and slap the face on it and boom, Joker Goon. Overall, this is a great face print, but the minifigure attached to it is boring and forgettable. Coming in 5th place is the LexCorp Goons. How are these Jeff Bezos goons Batman villains? Simple. You hate to see it. These goons are the first two grouped together into one spot because come on, who really cares? If you mix and match their pieces, they'd still be like these two goons because of the torso print. I really like them because Jeff Bezos having goons makes sense compared to Mr. Freeze, and having two unique ones come in a set is pretty cool for making Lex Luthor look more like a crime boss in mocks. This is a pretty middle of the road pick since nothing makes them stand out as Jeff Bezos goons. However, that makes sense since Jeff Bezos is a public-facing businessman. Why would his goons wear outlandish clothes to mark themselves as criminals? These are just two dudes doing crime 5 feet apart because they're not gay. Overall, good goons for the villain Lex Luthor. You know how I said this goon would look 10 times better if there was some detail added to him? Voila! This is the number 4 spot. This is pretty much the best standard Joker goon ever released simply because they did everything right. They made him wear basic clothes in a purple and green color scheme and gave him a face print that clearly distinguishes him as the Joker's goon. I feel like I don't really need to explain any further. This is the perfect goon where the others have clearly failed. He truly looks like if he saw Batman, he would go, "It's the Bats! Get 'em, boys!" The reason it isn't higher is because the next 3 goons are just better. This one is great, but let's be real. It's a diamond in the rough after LEGO messed up the Joker Goon twice. Overall, it's pretty good. Not the best Joker Goon, but it's way better than these two. Coming in 3rd place is the original Two-Face Goon. Now I know that you're probably thinking, why is it so high up on the list when I spent the beginning of this list straight up pooping on the other ones that look like this? Simple really. This one actually has a unique torso print that adequately makes him a good goon for a villain. Joker Goon with a purple shirt and nothing else? Boring! Mr. Freeze Goon in a blue shirt? Plain and stupid. Two-Face Goon in a shirt that matches Two-Face's suit? Cinematic. Amazing. Absolute Kino. For me, a goon complements other minifigures because they are in fact goons for that figure. This figure perfectly complements Two-Face with the anything you say boss attitude along with the absolute drip that accompanies it. Overall, this one is good because I actually want it unlike these ones. Also, it's a good looking goon with drip that complements the drip of their boss. It also doesn't upstage him like the Riddler henchman in LEGO Batman 1. On to the next one. Boy howdy, ready for some deja vu? Coming in 2nd place is more Two-Face goons. Why? Second verse, same as the first. This goon complements their boss's drip without upstaging, but it looks cooler with more variety. It's literally it. It's just a better version of this minifigure, and has 2 of them. I don't know what else to say about it. I feel like the moment you saw these figures, you went, I get it, so we can move on to our final spot if you want. Hot take. This Two-Face figure looks better than this one. You probably already knew that if you watched my Two-Face video. Plug, plug, plug. If not, go watch it. Plug. On to our number 1 spot, sexual style. First place is absolutely nuts given that we talked about the LEGO Batman video game the entire time, but number 1 is going to Lawrence the Boombox Goon. Now you're probably wondering, how does he qualify for this list? He's a named character while every other goon is a generic character you could theoretically build an army with. Well, to be fair, Goon is in his name, and he is a Joker Goon, so it would have been weird not to include him. But why is he number 1? Look at him. He is perfect. He's got a boombox, a handlebar mustache, sunglasses, a purple vest with Joker insignia, and some dice on his collar. This is the peak ideal male. I wake up every morning and look at him to inspire me to go the extra mile. He's from Batman 89 and this expensive set. Honestly, I have no idea why they included him. I rewatched the museum scene for this video, and let's just say he's the greatest hype man a villain can ask for. My boss at my old job said Batman 89 was cool because Batman was just a glorified cop with cool gadgets. I wish I saw superhero movies the way he sees them. He still thinks Batman fighting Superman is the stupidest idea ever because Superman would easily demolish him. Honestly, with the way Death Battle scales Superman, I'm surprised Superman has opponents at all. He just looks really cool, and these ones look cool because of the novelty. He's just regularly cool. If you disagree, no you don't. Opinion discarded. Overall, he is the perfect goon. Gooning is his craft, and he's a master at it. I hope to one day goon as hard as he goons. The goon session is over. Close your goon folders, grab some tissues, and leave a like and comment if you regularly watch my videos. Really helps out the channel and the almighty algorithm. I don't even care if the comment is unrelated and nonsensical. If anything, I want the comments to be completely nonsensical and off topic. So go nuts. Type out a poem that doesn't make any sense or a disturbed grocery list. Go wild. There's no rules in my comments. Whoever comments the most off topic and nonsensical thing will get a pinned comment. Anyways, this video is done. Bye bye.